So yet again, it's another case of Mourinho getting insulted, abused, and pimp smacked. Yet again. And now look, I get it, understand, and so forth. I understand where people are at with this. And I think it's about the difference in football and the difference in societies. I think someone even made this really good point on Twitter, which I think is a really good point because things change. People change, the world changes, sport changes, everything changes. Nothing ever stands the same. So Pogba saying how with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, like he would never put the players out to dry. He will always be on the side of the players. He'll never expose them. He will always look to protect them, specifically in public. If he has an issue, it will be private. He'll never say it out for the press. Whereas for Mourinho, you could be playing well one time, and then another time he won't speak to you, and then you're completely out to dry. And this is something that's on Mourinho, and this is just a change of tact because we live in a different world. 10 years ago, so let's say 2010, 2011, during the height of, because Mourinho's height was like, oh 05, 2010, 2011. Instagram was there, but it wasn't huge or that big. Twitter wasn't really that big back in 2010. I mean, it was there, but not as big as it was now. I think Twitter was definitely, because obviously that's how you had the whole hope slogan that Obama had, which was huge on Twitter. But Twitter was still in its infancy and still in its early days, but it wasn't huge. It wasn't nowhere as big as it is now. And I think that when you look at social media and so forth and Twitter and Instagram, it is 1000% embedded within the fabric of football journalism and how we talk about football. It is through social media, a lot more so now than it was back 10 years ago. So back in 2010, 2011, the player was different. Society was different. People were different. So for a Mourinho, he knows that if I'm going into a team, I'm dealing with people that have strong characters. There's just the assumption that if you're playing at this level, you've got strong character and a strong mentality. So his viewpoint is he wants a reaction out of you. So by him not playing you, that's going to frustrate you. And he believes that that frustration is going to make you work harder in training and therefore make you work better as a player. So that could have worked before for him, but it doesn't work 10 years later because we live in a different world. People are different and players are different now. Players are softer, they're more emotional, they're more pampered. They have a greater social media following. They have more sponsorship deals. So as a manager, you have to be cognizant of that and you have to be fully aware of that. So the key thing in life is you have to adapt or die, adapt or go instinct. Sorry, adapt or grow extinct. So for Mourinho, if you're a manager coming into a situation like this in today's world, you have to realize, okay, no, the player here is different. I've got to work with them now. I've got to really understand them better. And I've got to come with a different approach as opposed to what I did before. I now have to, rather than drop them, talk to them, tell them exactly what I need from them, play them in a different position, but create that rapport. Because me putting a player out to dry, not talking to him, you now know that that guy is going to get angry. He's going to come back, work 5 times as hard on the training ground. So you know what? Because you did that to me, I'm going to prove to you that you shouldn't leave me out and not talk to me. I'm going to take out my frustration by playing better on the pitch. Mourinho's like, that's exactly what I wanted. Insult me, call me a prick, call me a loser, but that's the direction that I wanted. But you put a player out in today's world out to dry, not saying anything to him. He's like, what the hell? How dare he do that to me? How dare you not talk to me? I'm a professional player. I'm one of the stars of this team. What? This is ridiculous. So instead, the reaction that you're going to get is he won't perform as well because he's hot. He is more emotional, and he feels that you have sort of you've crossed the line with regards to relating to him. So the reaction you get is going to be the worst one. And for Mourinho, you have to realize that at the end of the day, all that matters are the results. That is why you are here. You're not here. It's not how you win, it's whether you win. So not about, oh, I've got to win in my way. No, no, no. It's do you win or do you not win? So you have to realize that you have to adapt and say, okay, I need this player here. I need to talk to him. I need to relate to him more. I need to really, I need to do whatever it takes to get the right reaction from him. Because what worked 10 years ago doesn't work in 2021, doesn't work in 2018, doesn't work in 2017, doesn't work in 2016. Because trust me, things change every 3, 4, 5 years. Every 3, 4, 5 year cycle, things change. So I get where Pogba is coming from, and I think that Mourinho is coming to a point now where you have to realize what you are, and you have to then realize that do you want to succeed in today's world? That's the thing. The players of this generation are different. This is why I always say that Mourinho, it worked best for Mourinho to go to a PSG or go to a place where you have veterans in the team and guys with full experience, because he knows how to work with those guys. But working with younger guys, guys who are only just hitting their peak, you need a whole different approach. You need a whole different approach. And I think a key aspect of management is player relations. That was what made Ferguson amazing. Like, Ferguson was amazing at motivation. He was an absolutely incredible motivator. You're seeing what Zidane is doing with this Real Madrid players, how he can relate to these guys. So, and Mourinho just strikes me as a guy who he is very much set in his ways. And it's very much a thing of like victim of his own success, because it's like, I've won a treble, I've won 2 Champions Leagues, I've won numerous league titles, I've done historic things at Real Madrid. I don't need to change. So that what worked for me before worked for me very well. I don't need to change. And I think as long as he has that mindset, which I respect, because I'm a Mourinho guy, man. What's this got? I'm a Mourinhoista, whatever it's called. But if I was advising Mourinho, because I'm on your side, because I'm your friend, Mourinho, either you change and adapt, or you will not succeed in this era with this current group of players. Now, unless you go to a team that have veterans and experienced players who will react in the right way if you take them out of the squad, unless you're in that group, you will not succeed with this current group and this current younger generation of player. It is what it is. Like that vid, subscribe. One love.